Welcome back to the BJack 70 show. I'm your host, Brandon Jackson, and I am live from a hotel room in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I just watched the Cleveland Browns week 1 preseason game on NFL Network. Wow. Wow. Um, Everything they said about the Browns might be true. It all might be true, but let's talk about it. First of all, why am I in a hotel room? Why am I in Pittsburgh? I went to Pittsburgh Steelers training camp earlier in the day. And a video on that will be out at some point on the channel. So look out for that. But had to react. Game pretty much just went off. Whoo. Let's just go through my notes. Let's just go what I have written down. Deshaun started the game. First couple drives, good, fine, good. Working through progressions, throwing the ball accurately, getting the ball to the playmakers. And speaking of the playmakers, KC Concepcion, Denzel Boston, you're good, bro. You're good. We don't need to see anything else. We've seen enough. We know who you are, what you guys are. Special talents, special players, probably some of the best two receivers we've had in the room, easily the best two receivers we've drafted in a very long time. Amari Cooper was probably the best wide receiver we've had in the last 25 plus years in the room. And then it's up for debate. People are going to throw out some names. I'll throw out Odell Beckham. Some other ones will throw out Jarvis Landry. We can agree to disagree. But we can all agree KC, Denzel Boston, they're going to be up in that group. They're going to be challenging for that top spot that we've seen. But yeah, those guys were good. And then since we're talking about playmakers on offense, Dylan Sampson, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Love to see you making plays, making people miss, getting up the field, gaining yards. Love to see it. And that's kind of where the positives end. But going back to Deshaun, first couple drives were good, but then after that, got really shaky, felt some pressure, and the shout out to the first team offensive line, Fano, Johnson. Honestly, I didn't even see did Elton Jenkins start. I missed the beginning of the game. I don't know if he started. But whoever the people that were in that first group of offensive linemen, Tevin Jenkins, Titus Howard, they held up extremely well in pass protection. And yes, it's the preseason. Yes, it's going to be vanilla. Not really exotic looks unless you're playing against Brian Flores and the Vikings. Ask Jackson Dart about that. But offensive line held up really well with that first group, extremely well in pass protection in that first group. And you love to see it. I'm happy to see it. Spencer Fano did a very good job. There was some mistakes here and there. Maybe a couple of times he got beat. We're gonna get the film and look at it and discuss it this week. So I'll be able to give you like a better analysis on that later. But as far as I can see, Spencer Fano did his job well. And the whole line in pass protection, that first group did well. The run game, I don't know, across the board, first group, second group, third group, everybody that went out there, that run game was trash. Run game was horrible. And I don't think it's Todd Monken's fault. I don't think it's his scheme's fault. Granted, he's been with Georgia and the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, they're going to run the ball well. But knowing what we know about Todd, I don't think his scheme is the reason the run game didn't go well. I think it's going to be his offensive lineman. So again, like I said, we'll get the all 22 later in the week, and we'll discuss that and go through that. But my God, no, the third and shorts, the fourth and shorts, trying to pick it up in the run game and getting stuffed, getting TFL'd. Not a great look. Not a great look in preseason when nobody's really showing anything crazy. You actually hate to see that. But Deshaun behind the second group in pass protection. Second group was terrible, absolutely dog shit in pass protection. But they were bad, and then he was bad. He put one in the dirt, dribbled it to KC Concepcion. Just a lot of the same that we've seen with Deshaun Watson. Some extremely aggressively average to above average, and then some below average. But overall, better than where we left him at in 2024. 2024, before he tore the Achilles, was some of the worst football that we've ever seen. What he did today, not some of the worst football we've ever seen. And that is an improvement. Honestly, if we as a team, as an offensive unit, can get not the worst we've ever seen quarterback play, they could be, they're on their way to being competent. That's what this offense is shooting for. Not great, not good, not average, just competent, because it's been dog water ass for a long time. And if we could just get to competency, that'll be a step up. That'll be improvement. So if we can get not the worst quarterbacking we've ever seen, I think we have a chance to get to competency. But we definitely don't if that's what the run game looks like. If that's what the run game is going to look like, I'm scared. I'm scared about this football team. So I said at the beginning, this team might be everything that they say it is. Like one of the worst teams in football. I knew we were going to be in the bottom third of the league. I didn't necessarily think the Browns were going to be the worst team in the league or bottom three team in the league. I'm looking at the Cardinals. I'm looking at the Jets. I'm looking at the Raiders. I'm looking at the Dolphins to be in that group, but the Browns are right in there. If the running game can't get going, they're going to be right in there with those teams. So I'm nervous, but again, we'll look at the film. We'll see what it looks like. But I'm not encouraged. I'm encouraged with the first group, their pass protection. Not encouraged by their run blocking ability right now. Not encouraged anything else on the offensive line after the first group pass protection. All bad, all terrible. There's people in the backfield all day. Can't get anything going, getting stuffed, getting losses of yards. Not a fan. Not a fan of what I saw. See, is there anything more on Deshaun? Nope. Okay. Let's move on to Shedeur. Shedeur came in the third quarter. By the time he came in, we knew what the offensive line was going to look like. Bad. So keep that in your mind. But it's more. See, I've gotten on this channel and consistently said about Shedeur Sanders, he needs to be more consistent. And you know what? He is consistent. He is consistently a coin flip. Because on any given play, you do not know what you're going to get from Shedeur Sanders. Because what he showed today was the same thing that we saw once he took over the starting job last year. It's bad play right up until he makes a play nobody else in the quarterback room can make. On that 3rd and long, with the blitz coming, him standing in the pocket, delivering a dot to Floria, deep shot, perfectly accurate pass, under duress. Nobody else in the room is doing that right now. But the rest of the plays, like he got another first down on on NFL Network. I barely saw it because they were doing an interview with Caleb Williams. He connected with I actually don't know who he connected with because I couldn't see it, but he got a first down and a 3rd down. That was a good play. But for the most part, most of this film isn't gonna look good. Like you need to be consistent to be named the starting quarterback for anybody, especially on this team when you're in a quarterback competition. Deshaun was the more consistent today, but he got the advantage of playing with the first team offensive line. He got that advantage. He got the time. When he had the time, he was going through his progressions, delivered the ball with accuracy, delivered the ball where it needed to go. When Shedeur came in, we know what the offensive line looked like. He didn't have the time. He didn't have that luxury. But when he did have the time, making some questionable decisions. Now, he threw into double coverage, threw it to Gage Larvin. Gage dropped it. That would have been a tough completion with 2 dudes sandwiching him. Pause. There, it again. We'll dissect it play by play when the film comes out, and we'll go into it more specifically then. But with Shedeur in there, first play he's in there, you get a fumble snap. From what it looked like the snap was good. Looked like it was the fumble was on Shedeur. It looks like it was on him. My bad. I forgot. I didn't got to go back to it. Deshaun got strip sacked, and people are going to say whatever. At least at this stage, from what I saw, I'm putting that fumble on Austin Barber at right tackle because he got beat. He got worked. So if your offensive line gets worked in that fashion and you end up fumbling the ball as a quarterback, what can you do? You're trying to throw the ball, make a play. There's somebody who you didn't expect to be there because your offensive line got his ass whooped. So I forgot. I didn't mention it. Got to come back and mention it now for the people that are yelling and already putting comments in the comment section. So my bad. I missed it, but I'm putting that on Barber as it stands right now. Again, all of this is contingent on all 22 when we go back and watch it, whatever. So going back to Shedeur, the fumble looked like it was on him. He got 2 passes batted down at the line of scrimmage, which is something that happened a lot last season. You don't love to see it because those tips at the line of scrimmage can turn into interceptions. And whether, however you feel about tip passes at the line of scrimmage, I hate them. It was something I talked bad about Baker for the whole entire time he was here. So I got to be consistent. I have to say this is bullshit getting all these passes batted down at the line of scrimmage because we see it in practice all the goddamn time. We see it all the time. And there was the one, I forget, was it like when he threw it directly into, was it Jared Verse or was it Mike Hall? I don't remember the exact play. I tried to downplay it then. I can't downplay it now because there's a pattern of it happening. There's a pattern of it happening. Like there, we consistently need you to be good, but he's consistently putting these plays on film. So can't keep getting your passes batted down at the line of scrimmage. Those can turn into interceptions, and no matter how it happens, the interceptions are interceptions, no matter how they happen. So unless you throw it to a receiver and they have it in their hands and they drop it and then it gets picked, otherwise that interception is on the quarterback, man. It's whatever. And speaking of interceptions, he threw up bacon, egg, and cheese the Aki way over the middle. You're trying to win this job, bro. You're trying to win this job, and one actual turnover worthy play because it was a turnover, another turnover worthy play because you fumble a snap, 2 turnover worthy plays because the ball gets batted directly up into the air, and then you get credit for a really great pass in the pocket to Luke Floria. One pass, one great play, a couple first downs, versus on the other side, 4 turnover worthy plays, 1 actual turnover. This can't happen, bro. This cannot happen. It can't happen. Turnovers will absolutely kill any football team. I was going to say an NFL football team. It'll kill an NFL football team. It'll kill a college football team. It'll kill a middle school football team. It'll kill a JV football team, a Muni League football team. Like, turnovers will end the game for any football team. And here we go again. You threw it up. Oh, an egregious overthrow. I'm like, I can't even fault the decision making. It was the characteristic that I laud you for, that I tell people that you're supremely accurate when you want to be. That characteristic was nowhere to be seen when you overthrew whoever you threw it to. Egregious overthrow. Egregious. Good decision, because he was open. He was wide open. You threw it to the exact right person. We'll see. We'll see what happens next week. It's going to be a long week. I know it's going to be a long week. Joint practice is coming. Next week, Shedeur gets to start against the Bills. We'll see what it looks like. Let's move on quickly, finish this up. Dillon Gabriel, I said I would stop disrespecting you on the channel. And I'm going to stop disrespecting you, but this is real. This isn't disrespect, what I'm about to say. You went out there, and Shedeur threw a bacon, egg, and cheese the Aki way. You threw a turkey club with extra lettuce. Bruh. And then had the nerve to hold the ball. The way people talk about Shedeur holding the ball, Dillon Gabriel held that ball longer than a pregnant woman holds the baby inside her body. Dillon Gabriel held that ball forever and got sacked, didn't get the ball out. If he, I said I'm not going to disrespect him, but this isn't disrespectful. This is just real. If Dillon Gabriel can't get the ball out, he's not going to play football again after his rookie contract is up. And that's just the truth. That's just the absolute facts. I'm sorry. That's not me being disrespectful. I've been disrespectful in the past, just making fun of him. This is real analysis behind this. If he can't get the ball out, not even on time, just at all, he's not going to be playing football for long, given all the other limitations on his game. So he might really need to figure it out. He might really need to get some stuff going, just to stay rosterable. Even if he might not make the Browns, somebody might want to take a shot. If he can't get the ball out, then nobody is going to want to take that shot. But yeah, obviously not great from Dylan Gabriel either. But to finish it up, we knew the defensive backfield, apart from the people that are going to start, we knew it was a problem. Michael Colts, great to be a Mountaineer, out there making plays, but then he got hurt. And then another DB got hurt. Like, other than the people that are starting for this defense, this defensive backfield got fried all day by Bajent, by Keenum. If Miller Moss has some more time, he would have fried him up. They need to be pressing an emergency button in the front office to figure out where they can get some DBs from. Where can they get the DBs from? Coates should make the 53. Coach should make the 53, but they got to get some other DBs in there. Got to get some more DBs in there. They got fried. They got absolutely flambéed in this preseason game. But let me know in the comments how you guys feel. What did you see? Am I being too cynical? They got blown out in a preseason game, 34-10. Didn't look good for 90% of the game. Again, playmakers, KC, Boston, Samson, y'all are good. Appreciate y'all. Offensive line got to figure this run game out. Two of the quarterbacks in the room got to stop throwing interceptions. Other quarterback in the room has to figure out how to not throw the ball, not spike the ball at receivers' feet. But yeah, if we can figure that out, and if the team can get some healthy defensive backs into the building, that would be great. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Appreciate you watching. Go ahead, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Later tonight or tomorrow, or I don't know when, but at some point gonna post what I saw at Steelers training camp today. Look forward to that. Hope you guys are interested in that. But yeah, man, until the next video, I'll see you.